Tatalog by Harish Bhat. I recently read this book and it has given me some great insight. I thought of sharing this book with all of you. Tatalog is a very well written and informative book that provides valuable insights into the Tata Group and its approach to business. I think, as an insider, having worked with Tata Group for some time, I can vouch that these stories are fantastic and they give the true insights about the working and functioning of Tata Group, the values that Tata Group follows in every aspect of their business. Um, it contains eight modern stories from a timeless institution, that is the Tata Group, and it is written by Harish Bhat. Uh, these stories tell the stories of eight Tata companies and the challenges that they faced in recent years. The book is written from the perspective of an insider, and it provides unique glimpse into the Tata Group's culture and values. I think the risk-taking abilities, extremely detailed planning, uh, value system, importance given to the value system, etc., the social responsibilities. I think these are the forte, or this is what Tata Group is all about. Harish Bhat, I think, is a senior executive and a former employee of Tata Group. He has authored several books. Amongst them, notable ones are The Curious Marketeer, Expeditions in Branding and Consumer Behavior, Office Secrets. Again, this is very hot-selling book, Office Secrets by Harish Bhat, and Tata Stories, 40 Timeless Tales to Inspire You, among other books. The Tata Log story starts with the Indica story. Indica, the first indigenous car in India, from India. The challenges that Tata Group faced or Tata Motors faced in creating this first indigenous car is all very well documented in this chapter. Um right from dev- development stage to the launching of Tata Indica uh, is so very well written and explained the various challenges faced by Tata Group, the challenges with respect to uh, the timelines, the funding, the allocation of people. Several things were are mentioned in this chapter, and this happens to be one of the most successful stories in the from the house of Tata. Indica was a major success, but again, after Indica was launched, there were a lot of problems that the vehicle faced. There were many complaints that keep kept coming from several buyers of Tata Indica. The story also gives you a glimpse into how Tata approached those problems. Uh, they did all the changes that were required to make the vehicle proper, uh, usable, and error free, uh, are very insightful. It helped Tata Motors to become a leading player in the Indian automobile market. I think today, uh, when we look back, Tata Motors was at 0% market share. Today, of course, there are several players in the market, Maruti Suzuki being one of the biggest in terms of market share. But I think in last 15, 20, or 25 years, Tata Group has made inroads with, and after the acquisition of Jaguar and Land Rover, the Tata story or Tata Motors is a global success. The next story is about Okhamandal, a remote village located in near Mithapur in Gujarat, where the Tata Chemicals factory is based out of. Okhamandal is a very parched, barren land, and because of high salinity of water, there is hardly any vegetation that is possible in that area. Scarcity of water is a great challenge. But the people in Okhamandal have a great skill. They are artisans and they practice something called as okai, form of weaving. Uh, Although it was not the domain of Tata Chemicals, but as a part of their social responsibility, Tata Chemicals in the early 90s established uh, Tata Chemical Society for Rural Development (TCSRD), and it began working with the weavers of Okai to help them improve their livelihoods. The Institute helped the weavers to form a cooperative society, and it also provided them with training and support in marketing their products. Today, Okai is a global brand. They sell their products. They are a group of artisans, not just in Okai but also in nearby areas also now, and they provide some very high quality handcrafted products to people. I think this is a great example of how socially responsible companies should be, and I think how they can make a meaningful impact on the livelihoods of people in the community. The third story is about the Tata Finance story, the tribulations of Tata Finance when one of the managing director uh, invested or took some very bad decisions, invested the money in absolutely wrong financial instruments, and the company went bottom up. This is a story about how Tata's sons backed up. Ratan Tata at that time was the chairman. He said that no matter what, every depositor would get his money back, no matter what. Tata gave that guarantee to all the depositors, and they also backed it up with all the finances required to make sure that any depositor who walked into the Tata Finance office got his money back within 24 hours. I mean, the story also goes like that, that there was a helicopter that was kept in Mumbai to ensure that if there is a demand or there is a shortfall of money in any of the branches, the helicopter would do ferries carrying all the money, cash required to make good the shortfall of money in a particular location. So this was a great story about owning up the misdeeds of one of the uh, uh, key management person. Tata Group made a lot of changes after this story. They brought in a lot of corporate governance, stringent corporate governance guidelines. They also changed the reporting structure and made sure that this kind of instances do not go unnoticed. The Tanishq story, Tanishq was almost a failed brand with a lot of opposition within the Tata Group and hardly any takers to branded jewellery. But I think the power of perseverance, the power of experimentation, the power to keep trying very hard to achieve success is what this story is all about. Today, Tanishq happens to be one of the strongest and the most valuable brand within the Tata stable. It is a great story about how brands are built, how to ensure that quality, design, and customer service of highest quality can be provided. Today, Tanishq is a household name. It has taken enormous efforts, enormous money, enormous resources, enormous efforts to build this brand. The fifth is about the second career story. Many women who had to leave their regular jobs because of marriage or for childbirth, etc., there was almost no way they could get back into their careers or even at the same position they could enter the corporate world. Tata Group understood this great challenge, and it was, I think, one of the most innovative ways to bring in quality talent back within the Tata Group. So it tells a story about how Tata started a program to provide second career to women over the age of 45. I think even today, after the age of 45, there are hardly any takers if you want to change a job. Again, the job market has changed a lot, but 20, 15, 20 years ago, this was not the case. The second career program has helped thousands of women to restart their careers and achieve their full potential. I think many women owe it to the Tata Group because of this um, program. There are several other corporates also who have initiated this kind of programs, but Tata Group was a pioneer and they did it so exceedingly well. The first Indian supercomputer, the next chapter is about ECA. ECA was a groundbreaking achievement in the Indian science and technology world, not just Indian, actually across the globe. Many countries were taken by surprise about how an Indian company could achieve this, and China too was in that list of countries who felt that way. It showed that India was capable of developing cutting edge technology on par with the best of the world. ECA also helped to attract global attention to India's growing capabilities in science and technology. Subsequently, ECA was put to use in several areas. I think the Chandrayaan also used ECA supercomputers for computing the weather data, and it is finding place in several other applications and for several other organizations also. The seventh chapter is about Tetley, the global tea brand, which was acquired by a much smaller local brand called Tata Tea. I think if you aim high, nothing is impossible. That's what this story is all about. Tetley, which was a global brand almost several times bigger than Tata Tea, it was humongously difficult to acquire a brand such as Tetley by a Tata Group company. Given the size of funding that was required to acquire that brand, and the way in which Tata Group mobilized all the funding is an incredible story in itself. There were a lot of opposition to acquiring this brand, but with great groundwork, with terrific planning, I think eventually Tetley came into the stable of Tata Group, and that opened the door for several other acquisitions, which subsequently followed the Tetley brand. But this was the first brand that Tata Group acquired outside India, and several times bigger than itself. So Tata Tea achieved this success by focusing on innovation, brand building, and acquisition. The advertisements of Tata Group, the Tata Tea, uh, were also fantastic. I think the Taza advertisement, I mean, most of people would be able to recall the Taza tea advertisement. A fantastic advertisement which uh, changed the way in which tea was being sold. So next, Tata Steel wins the Deming Prize. Tata Steel transformed itself into a global leader by focusing on innovation, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. Tata Steel focused enormously on making sure that they were able to achieve a high level of quality uh, in every product that they were building. Eventually, they realized that it's not just about quality of the product that is uh, created, but on in each and every aspect of business, right from the security, right from the purchasing, right from the sales, every aspect of business, quality was important. The company's commitment to TQM, the total quality management, helped it achieve the excellence in quality and become a global leader. The much coveted Deming Prize, which is known as the Nobel in Quality, uh, was given to Tata Group after a lot of iterations, lot of corrections, lot of efforts in making sure that they meet the standards of the Deming Committee or the the guidelines of Deming Prize. Uh, Initial period they met with a lot of failures. Although they kept on improving, the persistence again here was the key. They kept focusing on each and every aspect of business, and subsequently they were able to achieve the Deming Prize. So these are some of the fantastic stories that came out of the Tata stable by Harish Bhat actually in Tatalog. The insight that we can talk about, I think innovation is key to the success. Without innovation, without experimentation, without proper planning, you will not be able to achieve success. Efficiency is essential for competitiveness. So Tata Tea was a great example. Tanishq was also a great example, where efficiency was very crucial in getting or becoming yourself very competitive. Tata Steel achieved that efficiency and made its products one of the lowest cost steel producer in the world because of high efficiency, and they become globally competitive because of that. Customer satisfaction is paramount. I think what we saw in the Tata Finance story or even in the Tanishq story is that customer satisfaction is paramount. If your customers are not satisfied, I think that is a sure shot recipe for failure. Tata Group ensured that Tanishq or Tata Finance ensured that the customers were kept satisfied and they got their money's worth. Sustainable is a priority. I think Okha Mandal is a great way in which Tata Group made sure that uh, the community sustains and the company sustains. In Tata Steel, Tata Finance, I think all these companies, they have ensured that if you are not able to sustain on your own, then I think there is no way in which you could do business. And Tata Group focused a lot on making sure that every company is sustainable, making profits, bringing in cash to the company, to the organization, and also socially responsible. Leadership is responsible. I think Tata Group is all about leadership. I think be it from Ratan Tata or be it several other MDs of various group companies in the group. I think strong leadership, decisive leadership, effective and efficient leadership is what is necessary to make an organization very successful. So I would recommend this book to everyone um, who want. Again, there are a lot of personal insights too, but I think everybody who is trying to um, improve themselves and also make some quality or meaningful changes in their lives, I think this book would also provide a lot of help in doing so. Plus, if you are a corporate leader, if you are uh, an entrepreneur, I think this is a must read book. So, Tata Log by Harish Bhat, highly recommended. Do read and share your reviews also. Thank you.